For Roger Federer, Grand Slam singles titles came relatively easily between 2003 and 2011, or at least that's how it looked. During that time, nobody played the game of tennis with such beauty and artistry, and nobody won so often either.
In each of the 8 years from his first Grand Slam title in 2003, he'd won at least one of the big four tournaments. 3 separate times, he'd won 3 in a calendar year. But by 2012, life had changed for the man from Basel. He and his wife Mirka had 2-year-old twin girls, Mila and Charlene, to tend. And inevitably, observers wondered whether as a father, Federer's tennis was as great. Of course, he was still good, but perhaps he was a step slower. Perhaps the fire had dimmed just a little. In 2011, Nadal, the clay court master, and Djokovic, the hard court champion, shared the majors. For Federer, more than 2 years had passed without him adding to his 16 slams. At the US Open at the end of 2011, he held match points against Djokovic in a semi-final, but he faltered and lost. And he would expire in the semi-finals at the Australian and the French in the first 2 slams of 2012. Then they came to Wimbledon, a venue that Federer had always loved, where he'd won the junior title and then 6 men's championships. The low-bouncing grass court suited his game, for he'd never been a backcourt slugger. At Wimbledon, he could follow his first serve to the net and hit his slice backhands to make them scuttle through low to an opponent. His creativity came to the fore. He had won in London 5 times in a row from 2003, matching the immortal Bjorn Borg's feat. And after Nadal turned the scales on him in 2008, Federer won again in 2009. He'd overtaken Pete Sampras's record of 14 Grand Slam singles titles, the most by a male, and extended the landmark to 16. When we return on Perfection, Federer's quest for 7 Wimbledons. At Wimbledon in 2012, Roger Federer was on song from the start. But then Frenchman Julien Benneteau pushed him to 5 sets in the 3rd round.
Well, I felt great, obviously. It's always one of the best feelings coming back from 2 sets to love in a Grand Slam, I guess, and particularly here in Wimbledon.
Seeded number 3, he surged into a seemingly inevitable confrontation with Djokovic, the defending champion, in the semi-finals. Then he defeated the Serbian in 4 sets, 6-3, 3-6, 6-4, 6-3, holding his nerve.
I'm happy with my momentum, like you mentioned. I feel like I'm playing great, I'm injury-free, I'm mentally ready to do sacrifices and work hard and make it happen for me, but then other guys are playing well as well. Last year, Novak had such a great year with so much confidence, it was just really hard to stop him. Now Murray's into the conversation as well after winning the Olympics.
Federer's form was outstanding, but he would need to take down Andy Murray, the Scot, in the final. Murray was into his 4th Grand Slam final, having lost all 3 before that, and he would have the support of a partisan British crowd. He had the chance to be the first male British player since Fred Perry in 1936 to win Wimbledon. In the final, it was tight, and Murray won the first set. The crowd roared its approval, while on television, 16.9 million Britons were glued to their screens, a record. Federer deployed his big first serve to good effect and found himself in the ascendancy. Eventually, at 5-4 in the 4th, Murray whipped a cross-court forehand just wide, and Federer had won. He had tied Pete Sampras's record of 7 Wimbledon men's singles titles. He was also back to number 1 in the world at 30, and he was happy to remain as a force in the game.
Mentally, I was always ready to do the work and willing to travel and give it a shot, and at the end, it all paid off, so I'm extremely happy. So right now I know obviously now people think I can win every Grand Slam that comes up, and then if I don't win US Open, I will never win one again. So that, you know, it's always the same story, but I'm just happy I was able to get Wimbledon, and it just showed what I kind of knew, is that if I do play well, I can win Grand Slams.
5 years later, he would win again, cementing his place as a god in the game.